This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
My name is Happy Gilmore. I haven't swung a club in years.
You know what you gotta do.
Grip it and rip it.
Or... Oh, now that is some Happy Gilmore.
Everyone is talking about the comeback kid, Happy Gilmore.
Happening.
Yeah, baby.
Happy Gilmore 2, only on Netflix July 25th. Rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13.
After Zoomies at the dog park, it's time for Drive Up at Target. In goes a big bag of kibble and one squeaky chicken toy for the good boy. Drive Up that's ready when you are, only in the Target app. Just tap Target.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtuo Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your Virtuo Pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Sports are all about teamwork, and so is insurance. Whether you need an in-person or digital assist, State Farm is there to help you choose the right coverage for your home, car, and more. Get a game plan that helps fit your life and talk to State Farm today. State Farm with the assist. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability and eligibility vary by state.
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man. Drink it in, man. Detroit Koolaid. Detroit Koolaid drinkers. What's going on, everybody? Let me fill up that glass real quick. Drink it in, man. Side of cornbread.
Cornbread!
Gotta make it a double.
Cornbread! Cornbread!
You get a three-peat here on the show. We are here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast talking about those lines. And I know I say that a lot, but it's true. And I've got the one and only at Chops in the D here, ready to go. We're going to talk some... I don't even know. We're probably going to talk some positions, maybe a group or two, some dollars make sense. I got some hot topics. I've got just rumor, innuendo, hype. Kool-Aid and cornbread, you know what it is, everybody. The one and only at Chops in the D on the Twitterverse. Choppy Chop, how you doing?
Okri, it's always a good day to be back on the Detroit Koolaid Cast, talking all things Lions, talking all things, I'm just ready to go. It's July. We got football in like T-minus, I don't even know, like a couple weeks. The Hall of Fame game is right around the corner. We got lots to talk about. We came on here and you were just like, hey, Choppy, just be ready for anything. I'm like, all right, you got it, host. I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh man, you always got to be ready for whatever here on the DKC. But Chop, we've been doing a series that the fans like. We've done it multiple years in a row. Me and you like it because we kind of get into players, contracts, dollars. Does it make sense? SENSE. I mean, the people love it. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to kind of divvy up. If my records are correct, I think we still got RBs, TEs, LBs, and safeties left. So between me and you and some Kool-Aid packets, we're going to divvy that up. But I think today we're going to bounce between, like, I think we need to talk a little bit about our tight ends. You know, small position, kind of like important position though. Curious what those guys get paid, if it makes sense or not. And then we also have lots of stuff to get into when it comes to training camp, players reporting, some players not reporting. Will players be added that hopefully will report? We know Dan Skipper will report, that's for sure. We got a lot to get into, so I think we're going to bounce around, surprise the people, throw a couple surprises at each other. But, Chops, I'm wondering, should we mess around, talk about, like, the weather, work day, anything else that's going on in society, or do we not have time to mess around? We got to get into this.
No, I think, it'd be really nice to tell the people a little bit about my upcoming trip. No. Absolutely not, Oker. You know we don't have time to mess around. We got to get these people what they need. Give them some Kool-Aid. Let's go.
I agree with you, sir. So, like, Choppy, when we're talking about the tight ends, I'm just curious off the top. Are you a, how should I phrase this? Are you a supporter? I mean, the player and the contract. I'm curious.
Oh my gosh, Oker, anytime you can have a top 10, top 5 stud wide receiver for $1.6 million base, total cap hit of 2.5, you take that to the pay window, as Benny Blades used to say, and you run that dollar because it makes a lot of sense.
There is no question. Shout out to Benny Blades. Always going to the pay window.
Going to the pay one.
Exactly. I still got it, Choppy. Shout out, Benny.
What?
Oh, incredible stuff. What's our guy, like, all the rumor innuendo about Sammy Biscuits is that, like, well, Ukri, he's the guy that we're going to have to get rid of because we pay all the other people, so we'll just find another type. Like, what's the years left? What's the dollar amount? Do you got these type of stats in front of you? Do I have to pull it up while I'm doing 80 other million things over here as the original host of the show? I mean, what are you thinking on this contract for Mr. Biscuits?
I'm thinking that he's in year 3 of a 4-year rookie deal. I think his total pay for that rookie deal, $9.4 million. Just an absolute steal for a kid that's just balling out there. He's got the stash rolling. He's ready to have a huge year 3. That's not a stash in the ATL. That's a man stash on his face there. One more year left on that deal. He's probably going to be looking to get extended. Thank you, Stash. There it is. But next year, only a nice little cap hit of $3 million. Not even 1% of the cap, which is just phenomenal.
Side note, Chops, you don't actually think that a retired police officer stash on a stud athlete like Sam Laporta is a good thing, do you?
Oh, come on, Oker. You gotta love the 80s style stash. It's like the new thing. These young buck kids, they want to come out. They want to have the nice little trim there. It's not that the goatee isn't cool anymore. It's all about the stash.
I mean, why though? Is it funny? Do you as a person think that it looks stylish? I don't get it on any level. Like, if it was just goofy funny, I guess I could get it. But it's a horrible look for any human being, I think, if you ask me. Yet there's a couple old dudes, my Uncle Eric included, which you probably wouldn't like me calling him old. But that dude was born to have a mustache. There's like a few people. We've known a few back in our day. But like everybody else, no. I know this isn't a side segment of the show, but it's something that really bothers me if you can't tell.
We're going to have a Kool-Aid packet on facial hair. Is it acceptable? So first and foremost, asking the chopster what's fashionable or cool is absolutely way out of wrong. I am hashtag dad life.
That's true.
For life. But listen, I think it's funny. I just think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. Like, when guys want to do that, it's like, It just cracks me up. So look, Sammy Biscuits, aka Tom Selleck, aka Magnum. Let's go.
All right, so Stash loves Chops loves the stash and the contract and the player. Is that right? You're a supporter, no doubt.
Absolutely. Again, just total dollars that make sense. Bargain bin deal. Love that second round contract.
Woo! Hashtag choppy liking.
Chop. I need a little help here. Normally, of course, I steer the ship. I'm watching the, recording. I'm doing the computer. You're sitting back with your feet up answering questions. I need a little help. I need you to kind of tee up the next tight end. Maybe give me a contract that you're seeing on that end so we can get through a few of these blocking sleds. Great football players we have on our team that play this position so we can get some other hot topics. Give me a name, and then I'm going to hit you with a topic that's on my brain.
All right, that sounds good. Listen, let's wrap out these tight ends here. The funny part is you didn't even start at the top when it came to cap hit there, buddy, because Big Brock Wright is actually a bigger cap hit this year at $2.6 million than a boy Sammy Biscuits. So which is quite hilarious to me. If you remember, I think it was last year. Was it last season? Last off season, somebody made an offer sheet to him, and the Lions had to end up taking it. So he's locked in. I think that was like a 3-year, $12 million deal that you were just like rolling in your grave and going, oh my gosh, we're gonna pay Brock Wright $4 million average over a year here, and he's got a bunch of void years on that as well for a dude that blocks and then comes in every once in a while when Sammy Biscuits needs a break. But how do you feel about that, Oker? You think three years, $12 million for Big Brock, and he makes the most out of all our tight ends?
This is a point of contention for me again, because I totally remember that discussion, and it's like everyone thinks Oker hates Brock Wright, and I want him off the team, and it was like one of those points where it was like, gosh, if you're going to give him that type of dough, you can have like I get it. He fits our culture. He blocks. He's a good dude. He finds the end zone every blue moon. He made the big play against the Jets. I mean, everyone loves that. Like, I get it, but it's just there's a breaking point for me, with not only contracts, but what does this player actually do? And then what does he make? And how young, all the factors that come together if I want him. So I think Brock Wright's a tremendous human being. I'm pretty sure I could live without him and get another guy in here that could do what he does. I want to give my quick take on Sam Laporta, though, because I teed him up and we got bouncing around talking about mustaches. I really hope this guy can stay and stay at a good number for him, the team. But like I said, everyone's writing him out of town, and tight ends are starting to get buco bucks, which is annoying me too. It started with the quarterbacks, then the wide receivers, then the defensive ends. Now you see corners and safeties getting $30 million a year. It's like, can we just pay Biscuits 12 to 15 on a 3-year deal and call it a day? Can he be happy with that? He just got married. He's a pretty good player, but he's not a guy that should be making $25 million to play tight end. That's where I'm at with his contract. I love it now. Why, Chops? Because rookie contracts, draft picks are absolutely incredible when it comes to dollars, and they just make your football team. But can we just pay someone at a reasonable rate for once and keep him here and have him love the city and play a role for this team, especially at tight end? Can we do that?
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there's one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at friskies.com or visit your local store.
It's summer. Time to enjoy long days, lazy nights, and zero cooking. Because Uber Eats has deals all summer long. So, when hunger strikes, don't sweat it. Delicious deals are just a tap away on Uber Eats. Enjoy all your favorite food delivered straight to you. Get Burger King, Subway, Popeyes, and hundreds more local favorites and savor every last bite. Now that sounds like a good summer. Order now on Uber Eats. Terms apply. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, I know these contracts seem to be getting way out of whack with the funny money of the NFL, but I'm looking statistically, like Sam Laporta, if I'm doing my calculations right here, he's like a top 8 statistically best tight end in the league right now, behind some of these other young cats. But I don't see this guy being the type of dude who just comes out. Like, I think he realizes he's a piece of the puzzle. He's not the big chip. So yeah. I'm hoping that he comes in and he says, okay, I'll take a deal that makes a little bit of sense, helps the team win a little bit, knowing that I'm still always probably going to be option number 3 or 4 behind #JMOFast, Amara, the elite weapon, and then probably someone else in the mix there too. So someone's going to not be able to get paid.
All right, Chop, side topic that just hit me that isn't the side topic I want to get to. Where do you stand on tight ends in fantasy football drafts? Are you a guy that has to have a stud and go gets one early? Or are you wait it out, and get somebody that's not at bowling alley status, but definitely isn't one of the top 8 guys that's going to get you a whole bunch of points, because a real good tight end at the end of the day is like 805 touchdowns.
Yeah, when it comes to, I don't want to give away my entire draft. I think we've got a couple more fantasy drafts here, but I'll give you a little teaser for the people. I've got my tight ends in tiers, and if you're a tier 1 player, that's usually the top 4 guys, I'm going all out and getting you. Like, I don't care how early it is. But after that, I am like, TBD, if you ask me, wait and let a guy fall in your lap, because I don't know, like sometimes it happens like round 10, 12, 13, you're getting a guy like Tucker Kraft. You're like, what? How is this guy still here? Did people forget about him? Like, and there's always that, handful of guys, 3 or 4, that they start off the preseason as the tight end 2 on their team. A guy gets cut, a guy gets hurt, and all of a sudden they're right in the fold of it, and they're putting up stats. So I like you if you're elite, but other than that, I usually wait and see. I don't get mixed up in the middle junk.
Chops, just so you know, I use the Costanza rule with you in fantasy football. I will do the opposite, because everything that Chops feels is right must be wrong. Everything that you think I do wrong is absolutely correct. So that's where you could give me all your strategies. I'll crumple them up and throw them in the trash. That's interesting, though.
In the RFL there, buddy.
I feel like tight ends are an interesting breed. I did give you a little dap on the other show, if you'd ever listened to the shows where I said your team's pretty good. I think tight ends are interesting in the National Football League and in fantasy football. Let's put it that way. Chops, we don't have time to mess around because we're about to get to a commercial break before you know it, but I need to know about your boy Tate Rat before we get to the rest of these tight ends. Like, what is going on with the NFL talking about they don't know if they can give second round picks like a 0.85% bump, by giving them a fully guaranteed, one person did it, so now everybody has to do it, all the players are holding out, it's a conspiracy theory, they don't want it. What is going on, and why is our freshly minted center that needs all the snaps he can get at center, guard, wherever we want to play this guy, going to be holding out for like a couple of Dorito bags and a thing of Jolly Ranchers when it's all said and done. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's got me hot, to be honest. I'm upset about this ridiculousness.
Well, the good news is that Tate Rat with, his fresh, I think he rocks the stash. He's got the mullet. He's fishing. He's fitting right into that center role that Frank Ragnasty left open for him. He's not holding out. He's at camp. He's planning to be there. Everything that I've seen is he's participating in everything. It's just this weird. I don't even know how this is even a thing, if I'm being completely honest. Like, you've got some second round players that are like, absolutely not. We're not reporting. I think there's a wide receiver for, another rival team that's not going to report, not going to do anything until this gets settled. But how does the NFL not have this figured out? Like, did the draft just start happening last year? Did guaranteed contracts just start in 2023? No, people, this has been the deal for years and years and years. Why is this even an issue? Sign your stinking deals, understand the rules, get everything in order. And I hate this whole I have to wait for so-and-so to sign his deal so then I can wait and leverage that. And then he sets the precedent for this. Dude, it's a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of boola. Sign your deals, get on the field, let's play ball.
But why is it always this snowball where, this was not only not an issue a few weeks ago, but they, like you said, they've had months to work this out. The players know it's slotted. Why are NFL teams really trying to make some clause where they get $20,000 more and they won't give it to the player? And we know second rounders are like starters in the league, so you can't give these guys almost like a whopping 4 years. Like, what's a second rounder, like $6 million total? Something stupid like that. You got to hold on to those pennies. But also, why is it first rounders had to get guaranteed? Now we got to guarantee all second rounders. Next year, all third rounders want to be guaranteed. It's I feel like the whole, not to circle back to dollars makes sense, but we got to get through the other tight ends. It's starting not to make sense where every year it's something new that everyone has to get paid top of the market. Now these got to be fully guaranteed. You can't fully guarantee quarterbacks because then there's collusion. It feels like a mess, especially when the NFL prints money and it seems like they're nickel and diming their guys a little bit, which has got me upset too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I feel like this should be something that's settled in the CBA between the players union and the NFL owners. There should be no disputes on what's guaranteed, what's not guaranteed. I don't understand what the big deal is of guaranteeing a guy a contract that you said, it's a 4-year contract and it's anywhere from 5.8 to 9 million total for that whole group of players in the second round. Can we not guarantee him $10 million? Literally, the salary cap is almost $300 million. So come on, you tell me.
These guys are Pro Bowlers, starters, beating themselves up in the trenches, and we're nope, we can't give them that $50,000 guaranteed. And then the player's all right, screw it, then I won't come to camp. Circling back to our boy Tate Rat, the reason I'm so upset is because if there's one player other than maybe our linebackers where we need this guy and we need him out there, it's Tate Ratledge. We need him taking snaps, learning all the positions, being with his teammates, not holding out so he can get an extra Whataburger, or so he can say, hey, look, I won the war. I got an extra $8,000 over 3 years of my deal. That's crazy on both levels. So I'm really hoping Tate Rat's screw it, I got insurance, I'm gonna be in there. Or the team, hopefully the Lions, are hey, all you other teams can nickel and dime, hold out, keep all your guys. We're not going to play that game. We're going to be like the Texans, take care of our guy, keep it moving.
Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. The offensive line is the biggest question mark coming into. I know everybody likes to clamor about edge, but with Frank Ragnow retiring, you've got this big question mark on the interior offensive line, okay? In our heads, I know the easy thing to do is just say, yep, plug in Graham. Here, Tate Rat's here, and Mahogany's there. But I don't know, man. It's not just that easy. So, Tate Rat may be playing center. Graham Glasgow may blink and be the odd man out with Miles Frazier chopping at the bit to get in there too. So there's a lot of question marks on that interior. We know the tackles are going to lock it down, but you are right. Everybody, I'm talking Miles Frazier and Tate Rat have to be getting the most possible snaps as they can, as early as they can, because that is a huge question mark. And we know that Graham Glasgow was looking a little long in the tooth at the end of the last season. So you could be looking at 2 rookie starters on those 3 out of those 3 positions real quick.
Oh my goodness, there's no question. Choppy Chop, I want to do this because I bet there's only a few more tight ends to finish up that position for dollars. Makes sense. You can tee those up, get a little look-see at the contracts. I know we sprinkle the sponsors throughout the show, but I think we need to get like our consistent, like our reality sports online here. Maybe I'll do the Chops funny voice Spotify start your own pod type ad. Maybe we'll throw that in there. Maybe I'll shout out my guys at PFF All 22 or Fantasy Football. You need to go check them out and sign up for a league. But we'll get a couple sponsors and we come back. I want to sprinkle the last couple tight ends. I got a few more topics if your page is empty over there. But keep this show in the good distance, meaning we could talk for 4 hours and not blink. But we'll finish up tight ends and the dollars make sense, get a few more hot topics, and get up out of here for this week. Does that sound all right to you?
That sounds fantastic to me, Ogre. In fact, you already hit my kids' personal wish list. They asked, Dad, when is the Minions commercial, your take for Reality Sports Online going to come in the Minions voice? They've been listening for it each week. So we got to give that to the people. Let's give it to the little choppers today.
All right. Sounds good. Everybody, be right back.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team? We can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes. Teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
Hey business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
Are you a forward thinker? Then you need an HR and finance platform that thinks like you do. Workday is the AI platform that helps propel your organization, your workforce, and your industry into the future. Workday, moving business forever forward.
This episode is brought to you by Hyundai. Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong. Because right now, you can save big on their most popular models, including SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe and Santa Fe Hybrid, and the all-electric Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com. Offers end September 2nd, 2025.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Detroit Koolaid listeners, hey, it's your boy at Chops in the D, and I got a question for you. Do you want to make your own podcast? If you do, Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easy, and then you can distribute it anywhere, anytime, and even make some money on it. All one place, and guess what? It's free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or your computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then, you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else that podcasts are heard. There's video options for podcasts as well available on Spotify. And listen, if you want to take your podcast to the next level beyond that, you can start a conversation with your fans with a Q&A poll that's available as well. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it is totally free. No catches, no gimmicks, free. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com /podcasters to get started today. Woo! Way!
All right, everybody. This goes out to my fantasy football fans out there. Now, you probably heard about Reality Sports Online, the most powerful fantasy sports platform where owners can build and manage their fantasy team like a real NFL general manager. But the question is, have you tried it? I mean, we're talking free agency, multi-year contracts, rookie drafts, multi-team trades. You can put franchise tags on guys. It's as close as you're going to get to being an NFL GM. But do you think it sounds complicated? It's not. I'm here to tell you it's the best thing about Reality Sports Online is it's just more fun than your normal fantasy league, but it doesn't take barely any more time. After all this, are you still not sure? I mean, come on now. You can test your general manager skills by going over to Reality Sports Online, call it RSO. Please go check out realitysportsonline.com right now. Kool-Aid drinkers, we're back. Thank you so much for listening to the show, checking out the show, sharing the show, repping the show. Did you hear Chops talking in a goofy voice here in the break? Maybe, maybe not. Did you hear about our boys at Reality Sports Online where Chops thinks he's going to win a championship? Oakley thinks he's got a sneaky team. He's trying to win it for those lands, just like our team couldn't do, which I had to rewatch in quarterback Netflix. I had to watch your boy be funny, be around his beautiful wife. Then I had to watch him lose in the playoffs. I mean, the team stumble. That was hard to watch, no question. But it did get me fired up for Lions football again, no question. So, Chubby, do you got any comments? You got any things you want to say, or do you want to just get into the second half of the show? Usually you got something to say.
Well, I mean, I always got something to say, Oakley, especially when you come on and take a shot at my boy Jared Goff. I mean, look, this guy's a new dad. He's welcoming the baby home. He's a hashtag girl dad life. Welcoming. I think it's Romy Isabel. Again, I'm a proud new godfather. Not only am I the conductor of the hashtag Goff train, I got a new goddaughter. Super happy about that. So, of course, I'm going to back my boy Jared Goff. You're going to hit the wooies. You're going to hit the woos. Maybe you'll get a woo! Hashtag choppy likey. You're going to get a lot of stuff out of me before we get into these tight ends.
All right, you did about what I thought you'd do. We'll have to get back to the shout-outs, the people, all the gimmickry, but we got to get through these last few tight ends. We've got other hot topics. I kind of want to hype the people up because in case they missed it, football is back, baby. We got they're going to hear this on a Wednesday. I think rookies are there on Wednesday, Thursday, vets over the weekend, a slow ramp up because everyone will be like, oh, football is back. And then they'll have 3 days of nothing. And then there'll be a bunch of interviews. And all of a sudden, they're practicing for real. For all those knuckleheads that actually made it through the Ticketmaster line, that waited for 8,000 people and then actually got tickets, where I was 1,200 in line and had no tickets, and I don't care because I didn't want to really go anyway, and you wouldn't go because you're a bumski. Training camp will be rolling, pads will be on, football will be back, and then the Hall of Fame games the end of this month, Chops. So I say it every week, but I'm just trying to remind the people that it's here, but it's going to be a slow ramp, and then we're going. So, I mean, let's get into this. I need a couple more tight ends so I can give entertaining takes while you put people to sleep, and then we'll get some hot topics because everybody wants to know what hashtag Choppy said. But then they really want to hear, what Oakley's saying, Oakley's takes,
Of course they do. Of course they do. Well, yeah, the way you set it up for me there, let's talk about the rest of these tight ends. Again, a lot of not much to talk about here, but 6 tight ends total for a cap hit. Grand total, $9.1 million. Again, let's run down the list here. We talked about Big Brock. We talked about Sammy Biscuits. Let's go to your boy, Kenny Yeba. From the Jets, first year, signed a 1-year deal, $1.1 million. I'm not going to lie, I don't know anything about this guy. I seem to remember you giving some hype about him coming out the draft when the Jets got him, but heard a lot of he might do something, and then he didn't do anything, and now here he is with the Lions. Before you give a take on him, everybody can't forget about Shane Zylstra. He's our number 4 tight end, making $1.1 million. Will Shane see the field? Nope. Will he do anything that's meaningful? Nope. Will he play maybe a little bit in the preseason? Possibly.
Oh, where do I even start? Like, first of all, I'm kind of realizing why I don't let you host very often. Because, like, I don't know what you did there. You screwed up my gimmick lines earlier. You took a couple shots at me. You said it. I do love the Chops can't pronounce anyone's name gimmick, though, that we don't even realize is funny, but I bet the people enjoy because I believe it's Kenny Yaboa. I don't know what you said, but I think you play it like Ole Miss or Old Miss. I don't know. He played at one of those colleges, but like, no, he was not an Oak Creek favorite. This is not a guy that I've touted up. I think we had The Rock introduce him last week, I think is what we did.
Who is this Rudy Pook?
Just another body, another tackling dummy, as one of my former hosts used to say here on the show. I mean, I have no high hopes for this guy. Now, one of my other funny gimmicks is my boy Matt Derry from shout out to Locked On Lions, who always calls Shane Zylstra one of the Flying Zylstra brothers, which I think is funny. I don't know if that has any type of connection or where that came from, but that makes me laugh every time. I actually like Shane Zylstra, to be honest. Like, he's a guy that always flies under the radar, probably because he's with the Flying Zylstra brothers. He is a guy that when he's been called upon, he's actually like a decent pass catcher, and he had a sneaky year. Remember, he had like 3-4 plus touchdowns out of nowhere, and then he's been hurt multiple times. So, like, everyone's forgot about him, but I'm telling you, if I need like a 3, 4, 5 tight end that can help me in a pinch, and you can drop some plays where nobody remembers this guy's on the team, and then he sneaks out the backside and scores a touchdown or two, like, that's Shane Zylstra. So I'm kind of hoping he not only makes the roster, but that he can show what he can do, because the guy can catch passes and he's a good teammate. So there you go, Choppy. That's what I got after your boola intro you gave me, where you mispronounced, you said I love the guy, and whatever else you did. There you go.
You mean he's ya boy? Listen.
Nope.
I gotta explain it to you.
Oh yeah, you messed up that too.
You
You did 2 nopes. You didn't do the third nope, and then I was gonna hit the drop, but I got it in there anyway. There you go.
That's right. Look, I'm cutting off your drops. So the Zylstra brothers are coming because Brandon was also on the team. So you had Shane and Brandon, the Flying Zylstra brothers, both Lions, boyhood dreams, playing together in the NFL. That lasted for, I mean, a quarter of a season. And look, of course, Shane Zylstra got a couple touchdowns that year where we had Hawk and he went down in the injury, and we literally had 0 other tight ends that could actually do anything. So it was like, well, we got to have guys that can block, and then, well, no one's expecting them to do anything or actually catch a pass. So let's dial it up. So they did, and it worked. So
hey, Chops.
Look, neither here nor there.
You know where I think Shane Zylstra's really good? You want to know?
Oh God, the red zone.
Practice.
We talking about practice. Okay. Not a game. We talking about practice. Practice,
Thanks,
man.
I like it.
I mean, how silly is that?
Shane Zylstra is probably
silly.
like an all-time practice player every day, and I haven't used that job in forever, and it just popped out, so I had to get it in there. I had to work it in. And Chops, I wanted to mention this off the top, but I'm drinking a cold, crispy Gatorade Frost. Looks like absolute Honolulu blue. I got a 12-pack from Amazon, shipped right to my door. If anybody needs some of that delicious, not actual Kool-Aid, but it looks the part, tastes the part, and tastes like Super Bowl and victory, if you ask me. Like, hit it up.
Well, it sounds like we'll be serving some of that at the tailgate on the Lions home opener later in September. Not too far away, man. Right around the corner, we'll be serving up Kool-Aid, because you know it tastes like victory. And it certainly ain't no purple drink.
Is that against Benedict and the Chicago Bears?
Yes, sir.
The Bears are what we thought they were. What we thought they were. Bullshit. The Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown them. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Chops, we're not going to let them off the hook. Nobody's crowning them, except I cannot wait to just absolutely give it to Benedict when he comes to the D. It's going to get ugly. I'm thinking 40 points for us. Not very many points for them. Can't wait.
And you know what the funny thing is, and I think a few people have said this already, but man, I'm going to double down. watching quarterbacks and how much Jared Goff really is in control of that offense makes me feel even less worried than I was in the first place when Benedict left, because that dude is he's a commander of the field. You know, he's going to continue to just lead the offense. I'm not concerned at all. All this talk about, they lost both their coordinators. Whoop-de-flippin'-do. We got Dan freaking Campbell. We got Sheila the Hamp. We got Brad. Always open for business, Holmes. We got the hashtag Goff train, and we got a slew of weapons. We ain't slowing down. It's going to be a 40 burger.
Hold on, Chops. I'll let you get to the other tight ends. We get to my topics, but did you really just say whoop-de-doo and you didn't do one of your new gimmicks that the people love and that I think's very good? What you did, like, you teed it up perfectly, you were there, and then you just used some other version that was not even halfway as funny?
Well, I feel like you've been overusing the whoop-de-doo, Basil, for a bit here now on almost every show. So I was giving them a break, and then I was going to let you cut in and give it to the people too. But there's my version. You have
Chops. First of all, since when do we ease up on the gimmicks? First and foremost. Second of all, that was a very half-hearted effort by you, and you mess up my TBD if you ask me, but we'll see. I hope he plays well every week. And then I give you all this hype with your sound drops and stuff, and you can't do a whoop-de-doo, Basil. You can't give it a little something, something. I mean, come on, man. Okay, go ahead.
Nope, you got it on. You got it on lockdown. You got it on lockdown. Your version is actually better now than the choppy original. So.
Wow.
The real marker is: do you know what that's from, Oakley? That's the question.
No. You said it, some movie, I'm sure, that I've never watched. I have no idea.
Austin Powers. Come on, man. Austin Powers. Yes, Basil. Nice rack.
Family show, Chops. What else we got? Tight ends. Keep the tight ends moving here before we get off track.
Gosh. All right, let's wrap it up here. We got Zach Horton and Luke Deal all making $800K. Less than a 2.9% of the cap hit. I don't even know if these guys will ever actually even do anything. Do you have any hot takes on Horton or Deal?
I don't. There's a.
Welcome to Sephora. I'm looking for a perfume that's not too perfumey. I got you.
Serum moisturizer or moisturizer serum.
Let's get into layering.
My concealer is making me look worse.
Sounds like the wrong shade. Let's get you matched.
There's only one store that really gets what you're going for. Get beauty from people who get beauty. Only at Sephora.
Hi, Let's get you a basket.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms. You can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
Your earbud fell in a coffee cup. You need a taco pick-me-up. When modern life gets rough, grab the timeless taste you love. Paso, the old El Paso.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
Undrafted rookie that we got, though, that I do like. His name escapes me, and I don't have the good old roster page up right now, but I swear they got a guy that has a little bit of intrigue at the tight end position. But those guys that you mentioned, not whatsoever. I know they're not on the roster, but like I do feel like tight end's a spot where I'd like to invest in the future. Let's say a decent vet comes, because I feel like we're not only really thin after, like, you got Biscuits, you've got Brock Wright, but maybe another guy that can not only do some things but could be here for a couple years and actually be a nice backup. I think that can catch passes, be a little bit more of a offensive threat, because I always worry about those spots, and we've talked about a lot of them where you only got a body and then you got a lot of cheap contracts or guys that haven't done anything in the league. It's like all it takes is one injury to put you behind the 8 ball there, to like really set you back at running back, tight end, wide out, O-line. You know, our defense we've talked about as some thin spots, edge and whatnot. So I like to have 2 decent players and then another guy that's like, he doesn't do much but he can help you in a pinch type of thing. If you don't have that, like, you're just looking for trouble. So I always feel like that with tight end, that we're one injury away from having nobody.
I think the Lions are, they're not taking a page out of the Oakley book, because we literally have one guy that's decent, and then we got Brock Wright, Kenny Yaba, and Shane Zylstra that are ready to go. So,
but a lot of times, like I'm fine with that, because like if you think about it, I'm cool with Brock Wright in that 3-4 slot. I just need a little bit better 2. And that could be like an aging vet that's like 27, 29 years old, that like you pay him a little chunk to come here and be our backup. He knows his role. I mean, I'm sure we have a drop for that somewhere. But like he comes in here and he's just like knows his role, gives us good backup, doesn't get paid much. I feel like that would be a sneaky find when it comes down to talking about dollars make sense for this team. But I've invested in Laporta in some fantasy leagues. I feel like he's due. There were rumblings, didn't you hear, that he was like, I think it was St. Brown that said, man, he didn't get the targets he wanted. He was open a lot. He's hoping to really step it up. He hopes you get the opportunities. Like, I think everything's there for him, especially with all the guys on the outside and the run game, to be able to get him all those chain movers, all those touchdowns, get him right back in a top 3 to 5 tight end type mentality from everybody. But he's not there now because he didn't have a great year last year. So everyone took him from the greatest thing ever to, oh yeah, Sam Laporta is okay. It's like, no, I think you guys forgot.
Yeah, I think people are sleeping on him a bit here. He did have a down year statistically, but again, there's only so many mouths to feed. There's one football and too many mouths. So if we got to the point where, like, God forbid something happened to my boy ARSB, like, Sammy Biscuits would be willing and able to step right in and become, a lead pass catcher, moving the chains every down, every distance. I have no qualms about that.
What's funny too is he's like, the tight ends we have are mostly like, they lean on the blocking side of things as well as the we're not going to pay you side of things. But Biscuits is a guy that, like, man, he doesn't jump off the page athletically. He doesn't catch 70-yard seam balls with 2 guys on him, but he's always where he needs to be. He gets a lot more run after catch than you would think. We love the contract. Like, he does everything right. He's a great teammate. He's deadly in the red zone. So it's like, you got to love everything about him, even though he's not one of these flashy, potential, exciting, flex tight ends. He can block if you need him to, but I like him a little bit in space, but not run away from you space, just savvy as well as knows how to find the sticks and the end zone.
Yeah, the best way to describe him, in my opinion, is he's just very unassuming. Like, you look at him and you're like, I don't got to worry about this guy. But then you're like, oh, crap, he just pulled a great double move. He ran a great route. He's got better hands than he looks like. Like, he's just meat and potatoes. He'll push into the ground. He'll smash you. He'll block. But then, oh, by the way, he just, beat you on a seam route and ran a 25-yard touchdown catch. So I'm totally happy with everything Sammy Biscuits. And I personally would rather have a non-flashy, diva type tight end, these dudes at tight end U. Give me Sammy Biscuits, who just wants to get the job done, get his touchdowns, get a decent pay, but nothing crazy. He's not running around with all this bling or anything else. He just wants to play football.
Yeah, absolutely. Are those the tight end names? Those are the contracts? Very, very small group there. Is that, did we get them all?
Yep, Spot Track. That's all 6 of them there. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that's who we got. Oakrey, and yeah, again, not a lot of cap dedicated to the tight ends. Only $9 million for the whole season.
Yeah, makes sense though, because they only take 3 to 4 on the game day. You might have a couple guys stashed away. Maybe you have some projects on the old practice squad. I won't hit the Iverson drop again. Chops, let's finish out the show with a couple things. One, like we've talked about it, but it's lingering. We're days away from vet report. Like, what's going on with Fabio? What's up with the Anzo situation? Is this guy gonna get a little extra ducats? Is he gonna get another year or two? Is he gonna get play hardball? Is he gonna talk a big game and then show up with his flowing locks anyway and just be a good soldier and play? Like, what is going to happen here? I'm very curious because I could see it going a whole bunch of different ways.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know how I feel about Fabio. I want to give him one of those crazy vet funny money deals, get him a little more money, but something, that's got some voidable years, because he's, again, he's not a spring chicken, right? He's 31 years old. So, but I hope he doesn't hold out, man, because Derek Barnes' injury, he's not going to be ready. I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the cast to perform, because yes, I know we've got Jack Campbell, and yes, we've got a couple, Rodrigo and a few others. Actually, I think it's Rodrigo that's hurt as well. So
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
That was the sound drop.
That was the drop. Are you gonna give us a live version?
Sure. Rodrigo! That was the live version. Here's the drop.
Rodrigo!
So we got some question marks. We got some injuries there. If Fabio holds out, that might be a bit dangerous for the Z-Lions.
My take at this point is that he will dig his heels in. The Lions are going to have to pay or give more years than we're going to like to have him play. I don't love that, but I feel like that's kind of where he's at in his career. That's sort of his mentality. He'll take it as a leadership where he's hold strong. He'll probably still get what he wants, and then everyone will be like, "Yeah, way to get your money, Anzo. Like, glad to have you back." I feel like that's how it's going to go down. In the meantime, more snaps for Reward, as well as Derek, I can't spell my first name correctly, Barnes, and others. It is a bummer that Rodrigo is, that was a live version, is what they say, like, everyone was like, oh, he should be back. You saw him in some videos. He was all raring to go. And then Dan freaking Campbell was like, yeah, we'll probably see him in, December, November, whatever he said. It was like, huh? What? So that is a bummer, but I do think this is going to get kind of rough. I would love it if it smooths itself out in the next couple days, but it doesn't seem to be trending that direction. So that's got me concerned. And before we hype the people up and get out of here, what about Smiffff? There's a lot of talk. He's definitely coming back. Other people say he's going to sign with Chicago. Then it's maybe we don't want him. Yeah, Brad Holmes said it's just a dollars type thing. I mean, where you at with that now that we're right up against it? Before it was oh, definitely get back, or not worried about it. Now it's 2 days away. It's kind of needs to happen, not right now, but sooner than later to get him in and get him rolling, I would say, if you're going to go that way.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I think the Chicago talk.
At Starbucks, we've more than doubled parental leave for full and part-time baristas, giving them up to 18 weeks of paid time off, so they can be there for early bedtimes, late nights, first laughs, and spend more time with the best company they know. At Starbucks, benefits like parental leave are just the start. Learn more about Starbucks industry-leading benefits at starbucks.com/partners.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco. Get the most out of your vehicle with GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco original equipment. The only parts designed, engineered, tested, and backed by General Motors. You can find your perfect fit for most makes and models and choose from 3 tiers of parts, including GM OE or gold and silver aftermarket parts. Visit gmparts.com for more information.
What if an appliance emergency didn't have to be? If your appliances suddenly decided they were done, don't stress. Best Buy has you covered with a wide variety of major appliances from trusted brands, in stock and available now. So you don't have to worry about laundry piling up, refilling the fridge, or that big dinner party you're hosting. Because Best Buy has the knowledge and expertise to get you the right appliance for your home. Learn more at bestbuy.com. Best Buy. Imagine that.
Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
Was actually just like his agent pumping up something to try to drum up something like, oh gosh, we don't want to lose him to a division rival. But it's like, you want to go to Chicago? Like, psh, go ahead. It's Chicago. They suck. So, go ahead and go. But I think that was all fabricated. The Lions certainly have the cap space, and I know Logan Lamorandier is all about take that $40 million and push it to next year. It's good money to keep, but these players that are out there, Fabio included, who see that we have the second most cap space of any team in the NFL, are like, yo, Brad Holds, open up your wallet, pay me. And I don't blame them, but look, as far as Zadarius Smith goes, I don't know, man. I like the guy. I don't like that this is dragged on for so long. If he was gonna sign him, just sign him. What could we possibly be waiting for now? At this point, why would Brad Holmes have not signed him at this point? Either you're waiting for the player to get desperate and take less money than he was really wanting to take because he thinks he's a commodity, but he's not really, or Brad Holmes may be waiting for cap casualties. He may be waiting for some vets going out of camp that have some guaranteed money that are going to get cut that he can swoop in and pay cheaper. So, I don't know. I'm kind of over the whole Zadarius Smith topic, to be completely honest. Sign him or don't, but do something because I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Oh man, salty Chappie over there. I feel like the other way around. It's I feel the linebacker situation I kind of want to give the green dot to Jack Campbell and just say we're good, but I don't really feel that way. I feel like he needs another year or so of seasoning. Yes, he makes a lot of tackles, but I don't know that I want to put the whole defense on him, even with the new coordinator change and all that. I feel like give that another year, and then you could do that. But I'm very hesitant to pay and deal with Anzalone, too, because he is so up there, and he has some injuries and things like that. Where Z Smiffff, I feel like his girl's here. He's a good fit. We need an edge. Shouldn't cost that much. It's plug and play. Just sign him and tell him to go get after the quarterback for a year. There's nothing behind it. You don't have to give him multiple years. You don't. It makes a lot more sense to me, SENSE, and just get it done. And even if he waits because he doesn't want to be at camp, he's a guy you could get towards the back part of camp, make sure his conditioning's right, get him in here, and he could be our starting edge opposite of Aiden Hutchinson when we unleash him.
Unleash Hutch.
So that's where I'm at, man. I feel like those are the hot topics going into camp. And then the last thing we got to do on the show, Chops, is get people hype, because I mentioned it before, but days from now, Lions players are going to be reporting into camp. Days after that, they will be putting on jerseys and shorts and helmets, and then before you know it, it'll be pads and helmets, and before that they'll be playing other teams, not in real football but in practice pretend football called the Hall of Fame game in preseason, and then before you know it, we'll be heading to we won't be, but the team will be heading to, play the mozzarella sticks, the cheddar heads, all those bumskis up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, with those fools up there. And then we get to come back and be live and in person when we take it to Benedict and the Chicago Bears at our house. Shout out Joey Sports Guy. I can't wait to see what he says about that. Probably going to say, oh, we're going to blow you out, or watch out for Ben Genius and some other boot. I'm like, no, that's not happening in our house. Week 2.
Yeah, it's a great way to kick off the season. You're going straight to Green Bay Sunday afternoon, 4:00 kickoff on September 7th. It's going to be we go to Green Bay, we take care of business, right? We put Jordan Love into the ground, and we start out 0-1, a division win. You just start the game, and then you get to come home and you get to take it right back to Benedict. You know everyone's going to be hyped for that game. Home opener. We're going to be there. Tailgates are be going. It's a 1:00 kick, so we don't have to be silly. We don't have to get there at 6 a.m. and tailgate till 7 p.m. before we get into the stadium around 8. It's going to be a good way to go on Sunday against the Bears. And again, just how else can I say it? You start the season 2-0 and you're on your way to winning the division. You're the king of the North, baby.
Oh, he wants it when he cues it up like that.
The king in the north. The king in the north.
And just in case you forgot, back-to-back Kings of the North. Yes, we stumbled in the playoffs, but we were the number 1 seed. We had every 15-2. And this year we're coming for everything. That Lombardi, whoever wants to play us in the title game, the Bills, the Chiefs, Baltimore. I don't care who it is. We're coming to get it. So, everybody... We talked a little dollars make sense, did some topics, some gimmickry, got after chops a little bit. We made it through, as we always do. I think we kept it to 45, 50. We love to talk here forever when we're talking ball and enjoying ourselves. We get out of control. We try to keep it tight. We'll be coming back probably with packets on Friday, Monday. If you didn't notice, I skipped Monday. I'm busy. Didn't do Monday packet. I'll get you back another way. Maybe another fantasy football show, just because that's what I like to talk about at this point in the year. But everybody, I'm sure Chops will do some gimmickry once I'm done, but that's what we got. And we'll catch you next time right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast. Okay, everybody. We're out.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Koolaid!
Oh, yeah. Koolaid's here, bringing you fun. Koolaid's got their stun the run. Get a big...
Wacky, wild, Koolaid style! Wild Koolaid style! Koolaid soft drinks!
Oh, yeah.
Pack the bag, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions.
Drink it in.